G'day mates, my name's Anthony and this is Water Rat Fishing. Today I thought we'd get back to basics, and I went down to Big W and bought a $20 fishing rod and some sort of tackle. Alright guys, this is the fishing rod I bought today from Big W. It's the Force 10 FX 2000 6-foot spinning Toughstick. We've got a casting weight there of 5 to 20 gram, length 1.8 meters, and it will take a 2 to 4 kilo class line. Alright guys, to go with the fishing rod we have some Hercules monofilament line, 12 pound, 300 meters, or that's a 5.4 kilo line. To go with that we have some of the Rovex Fluorocarbon leader line. It's a 3.6 kilo breaking strain, so that suits the rod really well. As for hooks, we have some size 4 suicide hooks and some size 4.0 suicide hooks. These will suit most fishing applications throughout country Victoria. We also have a pack of the Force 10 size 10 black barrel swivels. Nice handy little swivel there. And we have grabbed 3 of the 1 ounce snapper sinkers. These are a bottom fishing sinker. I'll explain how to use these later on. We also have a pair of scissors, just some cheap $1.50 scissors from Big W. Now I couldn't find a knife at Big W, they were all sold out, so I nipped into Kmart and grabbed this little plastic handle paring knife that will work perfectly for us. Alright, I'll unpack everything and we'll run through a little bit of a review on the fishing rod. Alright guys, so we've got the fishing rod out of its packaging. As you can see, we've got the reel out. Now this little reel, pretty nifty little feature here I found. It's got a collapsible handle, quick easy collapse. So that's a nice little feature I've not seen on a lot of reels. Make sure when you're setting up the reel that this is done up nice and tight. You can undo this and flip the handle over depending on if you're left hand or right hand, as I'll show you now. So we undo that, that will just come out. Insert it back in there and do it back up tight, nice and tight. Now I'm right-handed, but I fish left-handed, so we are going to keep it as it was originally. That is to be wound with my right hand. I think you'll find a lot of people actually fish left-handed. It comes down to personal preference really. So there we go, that's done up tight. The other thing we have to make sure is done up tight is that the rod holder or the reel holder, reel seat, is done up nice and tight. So that's nice and tight now. The drag is this part here. So we can undo that a bit because it was done up really tight. So we'll undo that a bit. Now it's just about ready to run some line through. What we'll do is we'll insert the second half. Well, the top half goes in like so. Make sure it is straight. Now to set the reel up, we flip the bail. Oops. Now to set the reel up, we flip this bail arm over like so. The line, as you can see, is stuck under there. So we'll just get that out. Might need the knife on this one. Alright, so we've got the line loose, as you can see there. So we'll take the line, pull it out, and thread through, and we thread it through each eye in order. Now this line that's come with the reel, I haven't put the new line on yet. This line that's come with it is pretty crap. They never give you good line to begin with. In fact, it is really bad. All right, but there you go. So once you put your line through, you flip the bail arm back over, and flip the bail arm back over, and as you can see, that line's not going anywhere. Now there's a little switch on the bottom here of the reel. With that engaged as it is now, the reel will not spin backwards. If we flip that, the reel is free to spin backwards. It's not really something I've used. You could use it as a bit of a bait runner feature, but it's not really recommended. You'll get a bird's nest quickly. Now, with one thing I'll run through quickly now is setting the drag. This is how the drag is, how tight this little cap is. The tighter that cap or the drag system, the harder it is for a fish to pull line. Now, we'll do this up a little bit tighter. So in the event that we catch a fish, not that I'm going fishing right this second, we have a chance of pulling that fish in. Now, the whole idea of having see, this line is really bad, it just doesn't want to behave. The whole idea of the drag system is that when you do catch a fish, you want it done up tight enough that the fish can pull line if it needs to. It's especially useful for when you're using a much lighter line that allows the fish to run, to take line and tire itself out without snapping your line. Now I've only pulled a couple of meters off this line off this reel already, and it's starting to look pretty empty. So what we'll do is I'll pull all the line off, and then we'll get ready to put the Hercules mono on. All right guys, as you can see, I've removed the old line from the reel. It was a quick job, to be fair. And I'll now show you how to attach the line onto the reel and how to feed it all on. Okay, so I'm only going to use the lower half of the rod to put new line on. I don't need to use the whole rod. As you can see, I've put the line through the bottom eye, or the largest eye there, and I'll show you now how to attach it to the reel, to the spool. What we'll do here is we'll actually take the spool off. It's just going to make it a little bit easier to tie it all on there. So we'll undo this, undo the drag. Okay, pull that off, it'll come straight off. See, we have the spool off here. We'll run the line around twice. Tie a simple granny knot, but go around 3 times. All right, pull that tight. Pull that tight, and we'll chuck another double knot on top of that. And we will pull that tight. We'll grab our scissors. As you can see, we've got quite a large tag from the knot. We'll grab our scissors and just cut that off as close to it as possible, so we have a nice strong knot holding that line on. We'll flip that bail arm over, put the spool back on, tighten that drag back up, flip the bail arm over. As you can see here, the line is running underneath the bail arm. Grab some paper towel. Fold it a few times. Lay the line over it. Fold again. This will add tension to the line. And then it's just a simple matter of winding the reel until we have enough line on. All right, as you can see, our reel's starting to look fairly full. So just a couple of millimeters off the edge there. It's nice and firmly packed on. We'll cut off the line from the spool. And then we'll tuck it. Where's that little red tag? There we go. We'll tuck it under our little red tag there, a little line keeper. Like so. Now we're ready to go fishing, and I'll show you how to set the rod up to go catch some mullet or some carp.